Ano yung mga top 10 locations na pwede niyong pasukan ngayon? Dati, shopping malls are the most desirable location. Pero iba na ngayon with the pandemic. In my mind, the top location to get into now are the high-rise residential areas like Fort Bonifacio, Eastwood, the Commons, just Legazpi Village, just Salcedo Village, because there's a high concentration of people there that have to eat and drink, di ba? At saka yung mga work from home ngayon, sometimes they don't even have time. They would rather order from outside. So high-rise residential areas would probably be my top pick. Tapos number 2, hospitals because they're open 24/7. Puno-puno yung mga hospital ngayon. Tapos yung mga pupunta dyan, they're not there in 5 or 10 minutes. They're there for hours, for days, for weeks. Yung mga doktor, yung mga nurses dyan, di na natutulog. Anong pampagising nila? Kape, right? They don't go for beer or brandy. Kape ang pampagising nila. Yung mga supermarkets, ito, people go there to spend. Tapos yung mga highway, gasoline station, tapos puno-puno na, lalo na pag Easter, Holy Week, long weekend, right? Pag summer vacation na. So, parating puno yan because people have to stop for gasoline and for food and for drinks. Tapos, as we normalize our business situation dito, yung LRT, MRT, as well as yung mga jeepney stops, schools, right now may online learning, virtual learning, right? But administrators still have to come in. The faculty, they still need to come in. In America, where schools are starting to open, the freshmen are coming in for the physical experience of ganito pala itong university nito, ganito pala itong dorm na to. So, nag-upisa muna sila sa mga freshmen. Tapos sabi nila, maybe in another couple of weeks, baka yung sophomores naman. So, eventually, I think schools would be a good target as well. And then, of course, office buildings, shopping malls, at saka yung mga airport once travel is safe. Ito yung checklist nyo. You take 10 possible sites. Tignan nyo yung population density dito sa lugar na to. Titingnan mo kung may mga Mercury Drug dyan, 7-Eleven, kung may mga bank locations, right? You never see a bank branch on the 3rd floor of a building or in an esquinita. They're always in a nice corridor or in a very, very busy street. The reason they call it convenience store is because yung mga product nila is one of convenience, right? So take 10 possible sites. Tinan mo, how fast it is also to make deliveries. Kasi kung madami yan sa village nyo, maybe there's like 1,000 homes sa village. That could be a good opportunity, right? And then you contact the landlord if you don't have your own place. Make an appointment, have your business plan ready, and then you practice mag-role-playing kayo with your neighbors, with your friends, a Q&A because they're going to ask you questions. And then you prepare your proposal, bring a business card. Sabi natin kanina, yung business ko, I came up with a very easy to remember phone number, 777-1000 or 888-333. Ganon. Kasi sabi na, wow, siguro big time to, right? Look your best. Come up with the uniform. And before you get your lease signed, make sure you review with a fine-tooth comb with a lawyer. Because madami kayong titingnan dito. Ano yung length of lease nyo? Maybe you'll sign up for 3 years to lock in the low rates now because ang dami mga vacancies, but you also want an out in 6 months if for some reason it doesn't work out, right? Ano yung mga rental rates? Right now, dati, may minimum rent yan as a percentage. But now, landlords are actually quite accommodating. You tell them, look, I don't want to pay you rent for the first 3 months because of the lockdown, right? Give me a running start here. And then maybe between October to December, I only want to pay you 5 to 10% of rent as sales. Do you know a lot of landlords are willing to do that now? They will only give you, allow you to pay them 5 to 10% of sales as rent. So if you make 10,000, I only pay 500 pesos. If you make 100,000, I give you 5,000 pesos. So it depends on the percentage of sales as opposed to a minimum rent of paying 50 or 100,000 pesos a month. Tapos yung mga security deposit, negotiable din to. It used to be you would be required to get 2 months security deposit and maybe 2 to 6 months advance rent. Pero ngayon, hindi na. Maybe you can just tell them, look, I'll give you 1 month security deposit and 1 month advance rent. That's it. Kasi ang daming mga vacancies dito. Ano yung mga hours of operation? Ano yung mga menu restrictions? You know, you have to read it kasi kung minsan, pumirma ka na tapos you started and then it turns out you cannot serve dessert. You know, you cannot sell fraps because there's an establishment in the shopping center that specializes on like maybe bubble tea or in fraps, right? So these are the other things that you should consider also. No rent during the construction phase. If you have to construct, ang hirap kumuha ngayon ng construction crew because of the lockdown, right? A lot of the construction activities have been suspended. So sabihin mo, I don't want to pay you rent during the construction phase and until such time as I'm able to get all the permits. Kasi pumunta ako City Hall, wala naman nag-approve ng permit ko, right? So you have to look at all these little details. Ano yung mga electrical and plumbing requirements? Maybe you need 50 amp power. Ang binigay sa'yo, 10 amps lang. It's gonna cost you 200,000 pesos to get 50 amps of power into your place. Tapos, ano yung mga insurance, audits, and exclusivity? What prevents you from selling your full menu? Ito pa, exhaust system. I remember opening up a location. You know, I've made many mistakes in my life too. One of them was like I was opening up our 7th location, Allegro in Houston, and my budget there was 100,000. And halfway through the construction, it used to be a sausage shop. I wanted to make it a coffee shop, a cafe with food. Ni-red tag ako ng fire department because I needed a exhaust system. But I could not stick an exhaust system up on my ceiling because I had 3 floors of office spaces on top of me. So I had to go run about 700 meters across the parking lot to exhaust my ventilation. And that cost me another $85,000. So almost nag-double yung leasehold improvements ko. And in hindsight, I should have told them, look, you either pay for this if you want me there or susuko na ako. I'd rather lose the $40,000 now than lose $200,000 when I open. So, titingnan mo rin yung mga fire department and health department considerations.